Ancient China's most fearsome cavalry armies weren't funded by silver or gold. They were purchased entirely with dead leaves, specifically, compressed bricks of dried tea. The empire had a massive existential vulnerability. They desperately needed tens of thousands of warhorses to defend their borders, but couldn't breed enough at home. But the neighboring nomads of the steppes had endless horses. And because of their meat-heavy diets, those nomads desperately needed to aid their digestion with one thing only China could grow: tea. So the state weaponized the leaf. They built a ruthless bureaucracy, locking down trade routes and fixing a rigid exchange rate: 50 pounds of tea for one warhorse. First formalized under the Tang Dynasty and hardened under the Song, a dedicated tea and horse agency eventually seized total control of Sichuan's entire tea output, trading up to 20,000 horses a year through one government office. This became a massive command economy, protected by extreme violence. Smuggling seeds out meant 3 years of hard labor. Selling outside the official monopoly meant public decapitation. Even forging tea paperwork carried the death penalty, and citizens who turned in smugglers were rewarded, turning ordinary people into an unpaid surveillance network guarding one plant. At its peak, millions of pounds of monopolized compressed tea flowed outward, backing an entire military machine with plant inventory. By the Ming Dynasty, a mere 3 million pounds of tea from just 2 provinces could be exchanged for 30,000 warhorses, an entire cavalry underwritten by leaf inventory instead of gold or silver. This tea horse road, as it came to be known, stretched for thousands of perilous miles across freezing mountain passes and treacherous gorges, winding from Sichuan through Yunnan and deep into Tibet. Porters would carry staggering loads of these dense bricks, sometimes exceeding their own body weight, just to fuel this insatiable imperial war engine. The bricks' toughness made them function as something close to real currency across Central Asia. They didn't crumble, spoil, or lose value on a months-long mountain crossing, and were desired badly enough to be traded for almost anything. Generations of emperors relied on this delicate botanical balance of power, transforming a simple agricultural crop into the ultimate geopolitical weapon. So that comforting drink sitting in your mug? It was once a tightly guarded military currency that kept an entire ancient empire alive, proving that sometimes the fate of dynasties doesn't rest on the edge of a sword, but in the depths of a teacup.